What's good with you? What's good with you? It's your boy Spence Crosby, aka Faisca, owner and founder of Build a Physiques, Build a Better You. I got it right this time, yo. This time I actually included I did a couple times. Take it off for me, fellas.
Yo, it's your boy William Taylor, your trainer's trainer. Nutrition, fitness, mindset, all that good stuff, man. Come on over to New Wave Coaching. We'll get you right.
And Tyler Wellness here, helping open-minded individuals make themselves a priority, turn their talents to income in the Talent Income Academy.
So buy our shit. Because if you know better, you do better. Stop playing around. Get trained by one of us to be a better you. I like how I did that.
Yeah.
Be a better you. Yeah, we ain't gonna market that.
Or just watch and watch these videos, man. Get all this free knowledge from us, man.
I'm saying, though, you guys ain't paying no monthly subscription. We might be doing for Spotify. But look, listen, okay? You guys getting free information. All right?
At least drop a review. That's the least you can do. A review for all this knowledge, man.
And I know you got people out there that need to hear this too. So, I mean, a share goes a long way.
It really does. It really does. Guys, we got to pour up our tea real quick. And guess what I got again? Sarsaparilla.
Hey!
He's just saying that he doesn't like this shit.
Rest in peace, Dr. Sebi.
He doesn't like it. None of them like it. They didn't even drink it.
It kind of tastes like mushroom, I'm not going to lie, bro.
It does. You guys actually like it, though?
I like it.
decent.
It's pretty decent. It's not as good as the other ones. I got to get some hibiscus tea. Tea sponsorship. Where you at? Let's go. I need that sponsorship from tea. But listen, guys, let's take us. Oh, my gosh. Will almost broke the code. He almost broke it, man. Come on.
I'm just ready, man.
All right. Set the intention. This is what the podcast was about. Fill Your Cup podcast. It's time to. Our cups are filled. Let's get the ritual. Let's get the intention.
Dun, dun. What are we intending tonight?
How to be a strong individual. Because that's what we're going to break off into. Take a sip, fellas.
Sarsaparilla.
Hey, it's the difference in taste. You can, like, when it starts to steep more, you can definitely get the difference in flavor. That's what I like about tea.
Yeah, it definitely tastes better.
Yeah.
Tastes a little deeper.
Yeah, exactly.
More elements to it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So how to be a strong man in a weak world. Man, I hope people, you might turn this shit off right now because you might be like, I'm a weak individual. Let me turn this off. Or what makes them strong? Nobody said we were strong. We just live it. We just different. We built different. Guys, how do you be a strong person or strong male in a weak world?
Don't simp!
He said it. Don't simp. Man, that's the realest, man. Because, I see a lot of simps. A lot of them. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, again, I think it kind of goes back to one of our previous episodes where you got to stand for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be a strong man, like, again, that's a foundation. You got to have a foundation of who you are as a person, right? And that, you can't build a house on a weak foundation. You can't have a strong person if they don't have anything to stand on or stand behind. You need a backbone, not a wishbone. So let's figure this out. Let's see. What do you guys got? What are you standing for?
Bro, stand for yourself, man. Hold yourself down, young king or young queen, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Hold yourself down, man. Don't give in to the nonsense. And trust yourself, man. Listen to yourself, man. Don't just do anything because people are expecting something of you. Set a limitation or set a standard for yourself, and hold that up. Don't just break down because a cute girl, something she's trying to get some money out of you. Whatever it is, man. Just hold it down, man.
And that's the thing too. This podcast is for all of our viewers, but the message I'm about to send is for the young men, even if you like older. The biggest thing you can do is a woman doesn't want a weak man. And if a woman settles down for a weak man, that's just, I hate using these terms, alpha, beta male, because there's all type of gamma male. It's all this different, like all this different nomenclature. I'm not getting into all that stuff. I'm gonna just tell you this: she's gonna settle down with the beta male because that's just a beta male provider. But she really wants Tyrone. She really wants the Leonardo DiCaprio. She your girl want me too, so don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But I am taking. But hey, I ain't gonna say no more because I'm gonna get a big backlash, not from my girl, but from the woman, from the men, the viewers. Like, what are you talking about? You shouldn't be saying stuff like that. Look, This is our podcast. I'm gonna say my podcast. This is our podcast. I'm gonna say what I want. But on a serious note, though, like I said, a woman doesn't want a weak man, and just as a man shouldn't want a weak woman. And you definitely, I feel like we have an insecure society, man, to the fullest. I mean, to the fullest.
One thing I'm gonna say too is like, in being a strong individual, this goes out to anyone, women, men, anyone, right? Being a strong individual, like in the society we live in right now, a guy, if you want to provide for your girl, that's fine. But like, people are gonna say that's like, pushing some sort of agenda where it's like the women can't do things. Again, that's their mindset, and that's just the weak people, right? But you got to understand, everyone can provide for themselves, but if that's what you want to do for your family, go ahead and do it, right? Become the guy who can do whatever he wants, whatever he sets his mind to. It's not about just like providing for your family. It's about doing what you see fit for yourself.
Okay, so how to be a strong man or woman in a weak world, man. So to be strong, man, shoot, man, build character. Do something that builds character, chase your dreams, work hard, live life with intention, man. Yeah. What else, man?
I would say most importantly for me is be confident. I remember being in college and my it was my socioeconomics teacher. It was either that. No, it wasn't that. It was my public speaking teacher. And she said, if you make a mistake, own up to that mistake, but take pride in it. Like, yeah, I made that mistake. Like, take ownership. And I'm like, damn, she's right. If I made a mistake, I'm going to take ownership of that mistake. And there's nothing you can say to me that's going to break me down. I'm just going to be like, all right, chuck up the deuces. Not even chuck up the deuces. I'm just going to be, I'm going to roll with the punches and just keep it moving. So be confident. Whether being a strong male or female, be a confident individual. Because when you're confident, you feel like the world is in your hands. Like, literally, like, you have the steering wheel. You can go anywhere in the world that you would like to go.
Let's see. With that steering wheel, this is a great quote, but you are the captain of your fate. The master of your fate. How does it go, Will? I know you know this quote.
Master of my fate, captain of my soul.
There we go, the captain of your soul. Now, I'm not really good at quotes like these guys out here, but, I know what I'm talking about.
And yes, he does. I can vouch for that. And I'm not trying to just be like, oh, yeah, he's on the pod. Like, no, trust me. I trust these individuals to take care of business when they need to. I agree with that. Captain of your soul. Man, that just goes down to being confident in who you are. Like, be stern in who you are. Be unapologetic. If you like to watch, I don't know, not roses, but flowers bloom in the springtime, and your boys are saying that's soft, like, man, fuck them. They ain't your boys, because they gonna make jokes. Don't get me wrong. I'll make jokes to my boys, like, you watching that in the springtime, but I'm not gonna criticize or crucify his character. That's just what he likes. If it's really your friend, they really rock with you, they're gonna support you no matter what. Now they make some jokes, that's what we do, but they're gonna support you, man.
Yeah, that's something there too. There's gonna be vulnerability, man. Be able to be vulnerable. A lot of men can't. A lot of men, as a man in America, we kind of got this kind of preconceived. You gotta be tough. You gotta be strong. You can never see, another man crying. You'll never see me crying, but certain things in society that's just upheld for us to do. The man's got to bear all tasks, and you never show your soft side or anything like this. If you got things that you like, or even for a girl, you're gonna have to do that. You might have to go into the cheesy movie and watch it with her, or just kind of even just communicate, be able to communicate. A lot of men or women even. They don't want to have the humility to communicate about certain issues or certain things, or they're afraid to do it, or they're afraid how it'll make them look if they say certain things, so or act a certain way. So just have strength and be able to embrace that vulnerability, especially get feedback, especially as an entrepreneur. You might have something that's running, but maybe it's not getting any traction, or it may not be working, and then somebody comes up and gives you some advice or something, and you're just like, crushed about it, or it's kind of upset you. I definitely can understand that, but if it's coming from the right place and they got their heart in the right place and they're telling you advice, try to take it in as a critique and try to see what they're saying and how it can be beneficial. Another thing to be strong is just accept your responsibility, man. Take care of your responsibilities. young man, young woman, whatever it may be. You know, you might have kids, you might have a family, you might have this job, or whatever it is, man. Take care of those responsibilities and hold it down, because that is what's gonna make you strong in this weak world.
And one thing too, I'm gonna add on that is you gotta know yourself a lot. Like, there's two different types of intelligence. There's IQ and there's EQ. And the thing is, once you start to balance both of those out, you've got your just standard intelligence and everything like that. But you gotta know like how you react in certain situations that may get you heated or anything like that. Your emotional intelligence. And once you start to really balance that and you're confident, like we were saying earlier, the confidence there speaks wonders. But once you're confident in who you are and you can stand for the things that you stand for, you're going to see that some people have, mostly maybe polar on one or not enough of the other. And if you're just like, you're able to balance both out, again, the whole world moves aside for the person who knows where he's going. And if you can be confident in your path and the things that you're doing and admit when you're wrong and be able to feel your feelings and go through everything, and people are going to actually look up to you like and be like, this guy, there's something about him that I can't quite put my finger on, but he's very interesting. And they're not going to know exactly what it is, but it's just, yourself. You got the IQ and the EQ in check.
Yeah, and that's important to really know yourself, know where you stand, and once again, that key word, confidence. Confidence is key. And whether you listen to this certain podcast right now to motivate yourself to be better, or to pull chicks, or the girls to pull men, I don't know what it is, but listen, confidence rules all. I'm not gonna say it rules all, but it is a main factor in everything. I can certainly tell you that from my experience, when I started to really become confident in who I was, no matter how much money I made, or how much money I do make right now, I feel like I could pull any chick in the world if I really want to, because that's my confidence. But that's not my motivation, because I'm good. I'm not motivated to pull chicks. I don't care. But I'm motivated is to take care of my family, my loved ones, and to make sure they're straight. And I'm confident in what I do. So yeah, guys, I like what we're saying. I like what you guys are expressing right now, and I think that's what it takes to be a strong individual in this quote unquote weak world, because this world wants you crippling at your knees to be like, hey, ask for this, beg for this. And it's not, no, they're scared of strong individuals. You know what they do to strong individuals too. You already see it. Censorship, murder. Like, he's so many different things that they do to strong individuals, because they fear that these people can motivate others to be strong, because you were born to be strong. You just were made weak by weak people that's in these leadership roles. We're not going to talk about all of that, but that's how I feel.
I definitely also want to hit on, we talked about their confidence. Confidence is everything, man. Confidence is key. And when I think confidence, I really think belief. You got to believe and have belief in whatever it is that you're chasing down. If you're going to a chick and you're trying to talk to her, but you don't believe that you're good enough, or all these things maybe you have on your mind, she's going to be able to see that. Or the job position that you want, or the clients that you want. If you're shaky, unconfident, and you don't have that belief, they're going to be able to see right through you. So really, truly believe in whatever it is that you're chasing down. They even correlate it back to like science. It's psychology is science. The more the people who believe in something are like, they're predestined to achieve whatever it is, because they believe in it. But if you're trying to do this, but I don't really know if I can do it, it's likely that you probably won't. So what is it, like the man who says he can or thinks that he can normally can, the man who says that he can't normally can't. So I just like to add in, have belief, man, and cultivate belief, because once you believe that something's possible, that's what makes it possible.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Like, again, a lot of gems in that. Just press replay, guys. Just go press replay real quick. But what I want to say is, let's talk about the weak world. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, a lot of people, they live in a state of fear constantly, right? And it's not fear because that they would think in a normal sense, but it's like someone around you, someone you look up to, said you're not capable of doing a certain thing because no one in your family's ever done it. You're incapable of doing it because you've never proved you could before. Everyone can change at any point in time, right? And it's the point when you set that as your destination, you're like, I will achieve that thing, and you make a definite goal to do it, that you start to really shift your own sails and start going that way. And once you start to realize that you had all that control within you all that time, but all it took was to make up your mind and to own your mind and push yourself to do great things, that's it. That's literally all you need.
These are all keys. These are all keys. Once again, you just being confident in who you are. I can't stress that enough. And I would definitely say another key factor for being a strong individual is, I think we had mentioned it before, about keeping your emotions in check in the best of your ability. Um, and just believe what you believe, man. Really, really believe that. Just because someone in your family hasn't accomplished that, you could be the first. It might sound wild and crazy at first, but when you work at it, like I'm telling you, like for me, I'll use an example. Me being 30 years old, right? And I'm like, I remember reading a comment a couple years ago when I first started getting into calisthenics. I was like, man, I think the guy said, I'm 30 years old, I'm not too old for it. And I'm just like, damn, you really feel that way? And it started to really get to me, like, damn, I'm about to be 30 in a couple years, and why am I doing calisthenics now? But then it's just like, I said, fuck it, I'm about to do this thing. And so next thing you know, I'm making monumental progress, and I'm just like, yo, if I would have sat there and just gave up and said, no, I can't do it because I'm too old, like, I would have never accomplished the things I accomplish now, even having my own business. So it's just like, you gotta let go of those things that might stifle your ability to see and to move forward. And you gotta just say fuck it and just go for it, no matter what anybody says.
Yeah. So we talked about strong men in a weak world. What do you guys think makes the world weak? I definitely feel like it's got to do a little bit with conditioning of society, man. The way that most individuals think is just kind of, it's just a narrative that they've kind of been told to believe. Might be just through past stories. It might be indoctrined through, through their family. You know, a lot of our beliefs are indoctrinated from our family. We learn a lot of the things that we know today from our predecessors, our parents, relatives. So whatever it is that they're passing down to, it can be, you always hear the thought like, money doesn't grow on trees, or you're not good enough to do that, or life wasn't meant to be easy, and that really sticks with you, and it can really create that internal dialogue, and just really just try to break out of that and stay away from those people who influence you with not the strongest inner dialogue and belief system. Yeah.
Fear. That's all I'm gonna say. Fear. Fear is the reason why society is weak.
I also agree with fear. And also, I had read this passage or listened to a passage in one of these audiobooks the other day. And a passage they were saying is like back in the day when you had like kings and queens and stuff like that, and the common folk, right? The reason that, the royalty didn't ever marry common folk was because they had the knowledge and knew that the people that you hang around are the ones, that's how you kind of start to create your life, right? So if they were to say hang around with the quote unquote common folk who didn't have that information, they would start to sort of live those types of lifestyles. And that's why they wanted to marry, people of the same status or higher, because they wanted to elevate their status and elevate their family.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is like equal or identity. It's close to what's happening now. You see what happened in the stock market, and I don't want to dive too deep into it, but with Robinhood and the games, all of that different stuff, and you see the manipulation and tactics that they use. Like, yo, these poor people in their eyes, they want this too. They can't have the same that we have. Same thing. The king and the queen don't want to hang with the common folk because it's like, nah, it's gonna mess up our shit. Let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's rule over them. That's how they view us, not us. Nah, fuck that. That's how they view weak individuals. All right, because us three, far from that. We know what's going on, and that's why we keep striving forward.
Another thing, that fear, man. Fear is real. Fear is something that's there, man, and you gotta kind of. I heard like a little breakdown of it. There's a fear wolf, and there's a courage wolf. And it's a wolf, man. You picture it. It's scary. It's intimidating. Fear wolf is hunting you down, and just like that, whatever it is, maybe you got a fear of public speaking. And that fear wolf is there, and he's just hunting you down. He's just whispering, whatever it is to you, nonsense like, oh, you can't do this, you're scared, and it gets in your head, but you got to come back and you got to feed that courage wolf, feed that courage wolf by thinking those thoughts, courage, I am the controller of my fate, I can do anything I want, and truly believe in and feed that courage wolf versus that fear. Don't give in to the fear, man.
I think that was that from a parable where they said, the two wolves are fighting and which one's going to win is the one that you feed?
I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would say. That's how you be a strong individual, conquering those fears, being confident in who you are, managing your emotions the best of your ability. Because I am a guy that wears my emotions on my sleeves, but I take pride in that because it's used as a propeller for me, and also it could be hurtful. You know what I mean? So it all depends on how you approach life. Guys, anything else you guys want to add?
I can add in one thing, man, as a story, man, from a high school basketball season. So we're all in the locker room. We had a tough game, man, and we lost the game, and the refs were being bougie, and they were not giving us fouls, other people getting fouls on the other team, extra buckets, whatever. And the coach, he brings us into the locker room, and he explains to us, he asks, why did we lose that game? And, majority of players are like, yeah, like the coaches were being whack, they didn't give us any fouls, yada, yada. And he says, no, none of that. He says, the referees, that's like the world. You can't control the world. But what we can't control is ourselves. So be strong, don't give into that technical foul when they foul you and you want to curse at the ref. Hey, you can't really control that. You can't control the ref, but if you get all upset and get in his face, boom, technical foul. Now we're losing even more. So, hey, just brush it off. Get up. Next play, you're going to get him back. Next play, you're going to score more buckets. You're going to hit 3 shots. So that's how you can stay strong in a weak world, broken down in a basketball way. You can't let the refs decide the game for you. You got to take control as a player.
Boom. That's buckets right there.
There you go.
I'm going to leave you guys with this, men and women out there listening, to become strong again, all you have to do is decide exactly what it is you want to do for yourself and accept nothing less. You may have to revise your plan to get there. You may have to plan something to get there. But the thing is, once you decide on what it is that you want, the only thing that is going to stop you from obtaining that is when you decide to quit. So if you don't accept anything less than that goal, you will achieve that goal. Make yourself a priority.
And we're going to end it on that note. Making yourself a priority. Very important. Good podcast today, fellas. Another one in the books.
Another one.
I hope you listeners really enjoyed that too. I want to be a little more ignorant because I felt that ignorant meter just coming out. But hey, the ignorant meter just gonna stifle and build up a little bit more for another podcast. Gonna make y'all laugh with some crazy shit. All right. Guys, I'm about to be out. It's your boy, Spence Crosby, a.k.a. Faiska. Peace.
Yo, William Taylor, CEO of New Wave Coaching. You can't change the waves, man, but you can learn to surf. Stay hard in this weak world, man. Stay hard. David Goggins.
And Tyler Wellness here, checking out once more. Again, helping open-minded individuals every day who want to make themselves a priority and turn their talents to income in the Talent to Income Academy. Don't forget, you guys can choose to make yourself a paycheck.